Daisy Bates was a civil rights activist and advisor to the Little Rock Nine. Bates took a stand in history by having a strong public opinion on the rights of African Americans. She had many jobs that included working for or with the Civil Rights Act. These jobs prepared her for her work with the Little Rock Nine. Daisy Bates started her career in the public eye at age 27 by starting a newspaper company. While working there, she had involvement with civil rights information by reporting and writing about local and national problems. One local but globally known problem was segregation, more specifically, the Little Rock Nine. Before Bates had come across the Little Rock Nine, she already had worked with many things involving rights and civil rights. During her time working with the newspaper, Bates took a special connection to writing about civil rights cases. Bates started to report on local problems and brought light onto things that she thought were important but were not seen or given enough attention. The Little Rock Nine being one of those, Bates wanted to get their story and the problem that tons of other black students faced as well into the public eye. The Little Rock Nine was a group of the first African American students to go to a formerly all-white school. This group of high school students tried to enter Little Rock Central High School and were defeated many times with the severe amount of hate from teachers, students, reporters in and around the school. After all of their failed attempts, they had a light at the end of the tunnel when the 9 black students and Bates were escorted by members of the U.S. Army into and throughout the school. Throughout all of this, they had one advisor who had gone through it with them, Daisy Bates.
Mostly forgotten about it. It was Mrs. Bates who got those children together, who took them to school, who worked with those young people and encouraged them to go on to be a part of this effort to integrate Central High School in Little Rock. Of course, it's known worldwide, but most people could not tell you who Daisy Bates is today.
When Bates started working with the Little Rock Nine, her first position was a general advisor. Her work as a general advisor included getting their story recognized and bringing light to the bigger picture of the problems that African American students were facing. Starting with the Little Rock Nine, Daisy Bates had many accomplishments. Most times, she isn't recognized for her participation or her place in what happened. The first account of this happening is the fact that people see what happened in Little Rock with the Little Rock Nine, and they don't see the people behind it like Daisy Bates. Bates was a crucial piece of the Little Rock Nine because she got them up every morning and got them to school. Without that participation, there could have been a very different outcome to the effort she was putting in.
I don't mean to say small in stature. She was just a normal, regular volunteer at the NAACP, but she was determined that those children should have a quality education.
This is another way Bates took a stand in history because she stood up for what she believed was right and got African American students the chance they deserved.